I had a dream which made me afraid. The images I saw terrified me. Belteshazzar, I looked and saw before me a tree in the middle of the land. The tree grew strong and tall. Its top touched the sky, and it was visible to the ends of the earth. Its leaves, they were beautiful. Its fruit was abundant. The beasts of the field took shelter under it, and the birds of the air lived in its branches, and from it every creature was fed. Then I looked again, and I saw a messenger coming down from heaven, and he cried out aloud, "Cut down the tree, trim off its branches, strip its leaves, scatter its fruit. Let the beasts flee from under it and the birds fly from its branches. But let the stump and its roots, bound in iron and brass, remain in the ground, in the grass of the field. Let it be drenched by the dew from heaven. Let it live with the animals of the earth, and let its mind be changed from that of a man to the mind of an animal." This is the dream that I had. What does it mean?
My lord, if only the dream applied to your enemies, and its meaning to your adversaries. The tree which you saw, which grew large and strong with its top touching the sky, you, O king, are that tree. You have become great and strong. Your greatness has grown until it reaches the sky, and your dominion extends to the distant parts of the earth. But you saw a messenger, a holy one, coming down from heaven, saying, "Cut down the tree and destroy it, but leave the stump bound with iron and bronze in the grass of the field, while its roots remain in the ground. Let him be drenched with the dew of heaven. Let him live like wild animals." This is the interpretation, O king. And this is the decree that the Most High has issued against my lord the king. You will be driven away from people and live with the wild animals. You will eat grass like cattle until you acknowledge that the Most High is sovereign over the kingdoms of men and gives them to anyone he wishes. The command to leave the stump of the tree with its roots means that your kingdom will be restored to you when you acknowledge that the Most High rules.
Those hard times came just as Daniel predicted and lasted for 7 long years. And God, true to his word, made this happen to the king. He basically went insane for a prolonged period. Leaving his palace and the company of human beings, he became like an animal, living outside, eating grass, and, well, to put it nicely, wasn't very well groomed. Some believe that he was afflicted with what is known as clinical lycanthropy, a psychotic disease in which people think that they're animals. Then, after the appointed time had passed, Nebuchadnezzar came back to his normal senses. He'd been greatly humbled and acknowledged the reality of God in heaven and said, "I blessed the Most High and praised and honored him who lives forever. For his dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation." And his kingdom was restored to him. He now understood that regardless of how many men he controlled, or all the power and money that he had, it could all be taken away in an instant. It took God over 30 years to reach Nebuchadnezzar, but at long last, he acknowledged him as the true God. No longer did Nebuchadnezzar exalt himself. Instead, he exalted and praised the God of heaven. The king discovered that once people recognize God as the rightful ruler in their lives, they have true peace. So what God did for the ancient Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar, He wants to do for us today. God patiently works with people. He doesn't give up on us. He's as patient with us as He was with Nebuchadnezzar.